I think when you get in games like this, you got to find another way to score. And one of those might be transition layups or transition baskets. And right now the Railers have got to find some other ways to score.
Jonah Smith with a long three to start the third quarter. His first basket, he's got 5. And just like that, it's down to a 1-point game. Grunder will drive in, kick it back out to Sloan. Sloan looked at a 3, didn't take. Now to Cannon. Cannon drives it over to Sloan, in the corner to Grunder. Grunder rises up for 3 and connects.
Ben wanted that from the beginning. He saw it when Cannon drove the middle. Cannon didn't see him in the corner. Ben wanted it then, but he didn't get it. He got it over to Sloan. Sloan kicked it down to Grunder, and Grunder with the big 3 from right in the corner, right next to us.
17-13, so Grunder answers Smith's 3, and the Railers are back up by that halftime margin of 4. Hart inside, off the glass, good for Bender.
Yeah, that's what happens. You can't get that ball in the middle, and the Railers can't allow the Braves to catch that ball in the middle because he had 2 options. He had a guy on the block to score, and he also had Smith in the corner for a 3. So Grunder elected to give the layup up and not the 3.
17-15, Railer lead is back at 2. Grunder gets a screen from Bacon. Down in the corner to Sloan. Cutting is Grunder. Grunder works to make a move. Stuck on the baseline, back out to Sloan. Quickly over to Cannon. Cannon down the lane, it opens up. Over to Grunder. Grunder, head fake, no. Good defense by Mount Zion.
Yeah, they are. They play hard. I'll give them that. They may not be the most talented, but another 3 for Grunder. Good. Right from the corner, right in front of us again, Jeff. Big shot by number 24, Ben Grunder. 2 threes in a row.
Grunder now with 8, leading the Railers. Lincoln on top, 20-15. Ball thrown away, and then there you talk about it. The turnover, slow, look for guard.
Well, that's the thing, is we're walking it up and we're allowing them to get their defense set, which has proven to be pretty tough to score against, other than the 2 quick threes here in the third quarter by Grunder. But again, we get a turnover, and let's see if we can't push them. We're definitely more athletic than the whole team as a team for Mount Zion.
5.5 to go. Railers up 20-15. Another 3. Titus Cannon.
Little 3 parade now. Cannon with the 3 from the other corner across from us. So 3 threes in a row for the Railers. And a big 7-point lead.
30-second timeout taken by Mount Zion. We will keep it here. Railers up 23-15. Thanks goes out to Lincoln IGA, Lincoln College, Bright Idea Screen Printing, and St. Clair's Manor for their sponsorship of Railer basketball. And again, well, this seems more like Railers of days gone by, where it's just 3 after 3 after 3.
Well, we talked about that, the defense for the Brave from Mount Zion, a little bit like that of Chatham, where they just basically, you just can't drive on them. I mean, they're holding you, they're calling at you, they're grabbing you. You got to find another way to put some points on the board. And the Railers have reverted now to 3-pointers by 2 by Grunder in front of us here for the third quarter, and then a big one over in front of Coach by Cannon.
Mount Zion works it across the timeline, and then a foul is going to be whistled. Foul on the Railers. Foul on Titus Cannon, his first on the Railers. (23-15). Approaching the 5-minute mark.
Wow.
Smith, a long 3, and he got it.
That was way out there, and Grunder really wasn't playing bad defense. I mean, he was on him, and he was, 24, 25 feet from the basket.
Backdoor Cannon to Bowers. This time it goes.
The patented play by Coach Alexander has brought it back again here tonight. Been really successful here.
25-18, and then a turnover as Mount Zion couldn't break the timeline with the 10 count. 34-33 to go.
See the momentum for the Railers starting to build a little bit now, Jeff. The 10 count, couple threes.
Working around some screens. Tate for three. Shot it long, but Grunder's there for a strong rebound. Grunder got pushed. And they're going to say Grunder just lost it out of bounds. They're not going to give him the foul. Well, you can see Coach Alexander read his lips saying, what's he supposed to do? He's pushing him.
Yeah, he clobbered him on the rebound before the push even was close. It was more of a grabbing on the arms.
Basket by Bender. A three. Grunder pull up from about 17 is good.
You see Grunder starting to feel a little bit too on this end. He got the pull-up jumper with the left hand, 2 dribbles to the middle and pull up. The other couple possessions, you got the 3 in the corner by us.
Ball tipped out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Railers. 3:44 to go, 27-21. Well, it's funny. In 16 minutes of action, Lincoln scored 14. And here in 4.5 minutes of the third, they've already scored 13.
Yeah, you're right. Just the momentum. We pick up the pace a little bit. You get the Braves defense on their heels, and now the momentum starts to shift a little bit.
Bowers on the far side to Sloan. Tate to Grunder. Grunder over in the corner to Cannon. Tate hands off to Isaiah, trying to cut down the basket. Isaiah goes down hard. Yeah, that thud you heard, that was Isaiah.
Boy, you're really physical are the Braves on their defense. Intense, physical, on-the-ball defense that the Railers have really got to be strong with the basketball, and they have been so far.
Foul on Bender, his third. And now an official's going to come in from the far side with Hart and Grunder. Ben giving him a couple love taps. 3:21 to go. Sloan, Bacon, Bowers, Grunder, Cannon on the floor for your Railers. Now the official on the far side having to step in between Bender and Bacon. And I got the feeling that it was more directed at Drew. Pass inside. Cannon lays it up and in on a nice inbound from Tate.
Yeah, Coach Al's been running that play against a man-to-man out of bounds underneath the basket for a long, long time, and it works again.
29-21. You don't want to be going backwards, and it cost them.
It seemed to be quick. I don't know if Coach Al was over there in his ear telling him it was 10, but it seemed to be a quick 10, but we'll take it. Of course, they're a turnover for the Braves, and the Railers starting to pick up that pressure just a little bit more.
29-21, 3 minutes to go in the third.
Well, I think I'd call a play for Grunder. You've got a guy that just came off the bench that's guarding him now, and he's a sophomore.
Tate's three, no good. Air balls, that rebound comes down to Mount Zion.
That's a travel.
Driving in, that's going to be an offensive foul. Yep, Drew Bacon. You know, really I get the feeling I could have said an offensive foul. And a technical's been whistled on someone for Mount Zion.
Yeah, number 12.
A technical whistled on Mount Zion. So Bender with his second on the technical. So Drew did a nice job of drawing the charge.
Yeah.
Bender didn't think it was a good call, so that's where he picked up his second. The technical's his third. And Titus will be at the line shooting the free throws. First one doesn't go down. Titus with the second one on the way. The senior, that one will go good. Titus now with 9.
Yeah, that's a big possession here, Jeff. You know, you get a technical that kind of deflates your team a little bit. Cannon hits the one free throw, and now if you can get another one, maybe a big three or some sort of a basket here is a huge, huge couple possessions.
30-21, 2:40 to go in the third. Titus will drive in, dump it back out to Bowers. Isaiah down the lane, little scoop shot, it'll go.
Yeah, nice job by Bowers. He had the big guy switched out on him, and Isaiah went quickly around him, then got in the middle of the lane, and then got the pull up to go.
Nice job by Titus, reach it in as Smith tried to go in with a little jump step, and Titus reached right in, forced the held ball.
I think you just see a more aggressive Railer basketball team than Mount Zion, and I think the referees see that, and they kind of reward you a little bit with some tougher, more aggressive play.
So the Dewberry with an open lane, little finger roll.
That guy didn't get out of the way. He was about to get dunked on because Dewberry had a full head of steam going and got right to the basket.
34-21. Railers on an 11-3 run. And a foul is going to be whistled on the Railers as Mount Zion still having some difficulty getting into any kind of offensive set. Foul on Drew, his first, second on the team, 1:56 to go. In our third, Lincoln 34, Mount Zion 21. Smith, he's probably going to fire it. Pulls it back, on the way, back rim, no. Tracked down by Titus.
Yeah, nice job by the senior, really tracking that ball down, as you just said, Jeff. He went a long way to get that rebound.
And then a foul whistled on Smith. That's his third, fourth on the team. 1:39 to go. The non-striped shirt-wearing officials in the crowd next to us, not happy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, their coach is complaining about every single call. The Braves are starting to do that, and the refs, you can see, aren't going to put up with it anymore.
Dewberry down the lane, off the glass, won't go. Bacon swats it out, keeps it alive.
Guys are just more aggressive.
Cannon directing traffic. Grunder on the right wing, gets the screen from Drew, tried to roll to the basket, and then Ben got whistled for carrying. Turnover by the Railers. But the nice thing here in the third quarter, Josh, is we haven't said that very much.
Right.
Turnover by the Railers.
You're right, and I think, Coach, what he was irritated about is Ben, if he was going to pass that ball, as he was going to pass it and decided that it wasn't open with a one-handed pass. He didn't have both hands on it. It was going to be a one-handed pass, and for the most part, most of those passes don't result in good things for your team. So
Smith lobs down to Bender. Down to the baseline. Gets out of the double team, swatted by Dewberry. Ball loose. Railers all over it. But it's going to be Mount Zion that comes out with it. Jumper, no. Rebound. Dewberry fighting for it. Ball loose on the floor, still loose. Ball squirts out. And it's going to be going to Mount Zion. Good hustle for both teams.
Yeah, both teams getting after it. You can tell Mount Zion is trying. They're hustling their butt off. Railers right there with him. You saw Dewberry on the ground. Thought it could have been over the back on 44 for Mount Zion, but Cannon went to the floor. Good effort by both teams.
Railer basketball this year brought to you by Four Corners Lube, Chicago Street Rentals, Lincoln Printers, Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital. Thank you for sponsoring broadcasts all throughout the season. 49 seconds left in the third. Lincoln up by 13. Inbound to Bender. Smith gets it back. Smith looks like he's wanting to fire it. And then a foul's going to be whistled on Isaiah with a trip. And Isaiah has that, I have no idea what you just called on me, and I think he's right.
Well, but it wasn't a smart thing either, Jeff. That's his third foul, and that ball was, he was guarding Smith 50 feet from the basket, maybe, as it looks like it's going to be a full timeout. Mount Zion.
Timeout taken by Mount Zion. 41 seconds to go. We will keep it here, giving us an opportunity to say thank you to the Eaton Corporation, also to Lincoln Dare and Officer Christy Fruget, Stacy's Family Pharmacy, and Jim Examus Ford Lincoln. Railers up 34-21. Josh, also around the conference tonight with the game here, we've got Taylorville at Mattoon and Effingham over at Charleston. Muhammad Seymour gets a Friday night off, but tomorrow night they'll be taking on Dunlap.
Oh, okay, nice. And you'll say, we talked about next Friday, the Railers are at home, the last game before Christmas break in that Collinsville tournament. It'll be The Railers at Roy S. Anderson taking on Charleston.
So 41.2 to go. And it's nice. We talked about finding that other option. Isaiah has 7 tonight. Grunder with 10 and Cannon with 9. So a couple other seniors have stepped up right when you need them.
Yeah, you're right. Big shots here, as we talked about in the third quarter from Grunder. 2 threes, 1 3 over there by the Railer bench and Cannon. So the seniors, as you said, Jeff, really stepped up here with a couple of big shots.
Bender back over. Driving is going to be Duran. Duran almost lost it. And we're going to have another over and back. Is he going to touch it? He's going to touch it down in the corner. And well, the Railers with 10-second calls over and back. I think there have been about at least 5 of those. And that really shows you how well this Railer defense is playing.
Well, I talked about it earlier. You see when Mount Zion passes it, whenever they have to catch, it's way over the head. That means the Railers are big. They've got their hands up. They're making them catch the ball over their head, not in an offensive position. And there again, another over in the back. That means they had to throw it up way over the top of their head that time.
So another turnover gives the Railers a chance to end this real nice third quarter in a good note. 15 seconds to go. Railers up 34-21 in the third.
Now they're gonna go run and jump right away here on that first pass.
Gunner to Bacon, swinging around to Titus, down to 3. Got to look for something. Somebody, Tate, and did not get the shot off.
Shoot the ball, Tate.
Into 3, Lincoln on top. It's Lincoln 34, Mount Zion 21. We'll be back with the fourth in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Grunder, Cannon, Dewberry, and Sloan for the Railers. So if the Railers can continue this good defense, a 20-11 third quarter has gotten them this 13-point lead. Smith will fire. Lefty 3 on the way. Didn't get the bounce. Dewberry high for the rebound. Dewberry goes down, and he's fouled.
Yeah, you're right. Dewberry way up there. And Dewberry's seen a lot of action here.
It's like everybody else.
Yeah.
And then there goes Isaac.
Isaac way above everybody else. And a strong rebound, too. Went up high, not only for that, but also had the strength to hold on and not turn the ball over as he was getting fouled. So big rebound there and a nice stop by the Railers as Smith got loose for another 3. Just couldn't get it to go.
So with Bender picking up his 4th foul, he heads to the bench. Railers' first possession, Grunder, watched by Hart. Bounce out now to Dewberry. 7.5 to go in the contest. Railers on top by 13. Hamlin looks to make a move, spins baseline with the left hand off the glass is good.
Yeah, nice move, and he just went right to that left hand. Big size advantage for Jermaine, 6'9". He was going against number 44, Corbin Bender, 6'3" senior. Just turned left hand, kissed it off the glass.
Railers now up 15, 36-21. In the lane, opens up, nobody there. Hamlin the rebound for the Railers. So a basket on one end for Jermaine, and then he comes back with a rebound. And now that 15-point lead's starting to seem even bigger than what it would normally feel like.
Yeah, Mount Zion struggling to score, and looks like maybe Coach will go right back at him again.
Grunder, double team.
Timeout. Yep.
Timeout taken by the Railers. Just a 30. We will keep it here. Gives us time to say thank you to Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, the Lincoln Park District, and Grimaldi Law Office. Railers up 36-21, and the last time we were on the air, we were talking about a girls team from West Lincoln Broadwell winning the state championship. It almost seems like we should do it again.
Yeah, funny how that happens again. They go away and run away with the 8th grade as well. Congratulations to Coach Froby and the West Lincoln staff program that they have, and that what she has built there is pretty impressive. And they've got some youth to that 8th grade team. They had some youth to that 7th grade team that this could happen for a couple more years also.
6.5 to go after the timeout.
Be nice for a big dunk here, wouldn't it?
Here it comes. Lob. Jermaine with the catch and the lob, throws it off the glass and in.
Yeah, we were going to go up and get it, and wasn't a very good pass. I thought Grunder was a little far out when he threw the pass, but he was wide open. It could have been Thunder City.
38-21. Back out to Smith. He's trying to look for any opening on the right side. His three is no good, tipped out of bounds. I think Ben, the last one to get it. (38-21). Railers have scored the last 13 in the game.
Yeah, they've done a great job here. Really, it started, Jeff, when after Grunder hit those couple of threes.
Smith, and a blocking foul is going to be whistled on Jermaine as they got it into Smith, and he looked to drive past the 6'9" junior. Actually got the foul on Ben, so that'll be Ben's first. Looking to inbound, they do, swat it away. Dewberry there, and then we've got it where I think it was last touched by Dewberry as he was out of bounds. A tick under 6 minutes left. This inbound pass stolen away by Isaiah.
Yeah, nice quick hands and nice ability there by Bowers when you can steal it off the inbounds play and you're not even the guy guarding the ball. You've either done a good job or the guy's made a poor pass.
Ben trying to control the basketball, swatted out of bounds. Last touch by Ben. Boy, Ben he needed a handle on it at that point.
Yeah, it was just a scrum, and whoever had the last tip away was going to control that.
Tate will come back in for Grunder. 5:39 to go. Railers up 17. Mount Zion walks it into the front court. Hart back out to Smith. Long three, back rim, no. Ball loose. Hart with the rebound, and I think they got Jermaine with the foul, and Hart will go to the line shooting two. Smith is not shy about his shot selection.
No, I think he's got pretty much free reign on when he wants to fire. I like to see him do a little more inside, a little closer. I think he's got some quickness and some decent ball handling ability, but it's been nothing but long bomb threes, and he hasn't done anything to help himself or his team out by getting to the basket or creating for his teammates.
Hart hits the first free throw. That ends that Railer 13-0 run. Second one, that one good as well. (38-23). Well, you'd almost think that Mount Zion's going to need to put a little more pressure on, because if you let the Railers walk it up and start running clock, they can do that pretty well.
You're right, and I'd like to see him just go right back down in Jermaine again and make them. The guy he's guarding's got 4 fouls. Make him play some defense.
Dewberry in the corner, high arcing three, left it short. Rebound comes down to Dewberry. So Isaiah will fire a three and connect. And I think they gave Isaac a delay of game warning for. I think he was touching the basketball after it came through the net. So just a delay of game warning. 41-23. Railers are up 18. I didn't know if either team was going to score 18 tonight.
Yeah, there for a while it was pretty boring.
But Isaiah now with that three, he's in double figures. He has 10. Grunder with 10. Ball loose on the floor. Hart no, tipped out, tracked down by Tate Sloan. Every team needs a Tate Sloan.
You're right. That good team the Railers had a couple years ago. They got second. Had one with Joey Olden. Same type of player. Great feet.
Foul underneath as Isaiah drives to the basket. Hart, his first, team's 6th.
Yeah, Bowers hard to the basket and drew the blocking foul. He's going to step to the line for 2, where Isaiah is 3 of 4 from the free throw line.
Person on the way, back rim, no. It's one thing Coach, I think, is most concerned about is that shot right there from 15.
Yeah, as he misses the first one.
Second one, that one good. Isaiah now with 11. Railers up 42-23. On the right side,
That's
stepping into a three. Traveling's going to be whistled on Durand.
I think 23 travels with it almost every time. He gets that 2, it looks like almost 3 steps before he gets a handle on it.
But you know, you wonder sometimes if they don't call it, it's almost like a pitcher in baseball who makes the same move to first every time.
Right.
That either it doesn't look like a balk or the umpires don't feel they can call it every time.
Well, we had that back door too. Isaac left just a little bit early, and he had beaten his man by an easy amount. But Titus didn't have the ball yet to be able to pass it to him. There we go.
Down into Jermaine on the low block, back out to Cannon. 3.5 to go. Railers up 42-23.
Let's get the ball back into Jermaine.
Dewberry needs some help. Back out to Tate. Got a spacing issue on this near side. Now they clear it back out to Cannon.
Bender's got 4 fouls. Let's throw it right back into him. There you go. Now cut.
Jermaine skips it over to Dewberry. Dewberry down the lane. Lost control back out to Cannon.
I think what you see a little bit more of teams start to really double team and go after Jermaine.
Ooh.
You'll see some Railers start to cut through those holes, and Jermaine, I think, has the idea of a good passer from the post to try and feed them the ball and get some easy layups.
Foul as Titus cut through the lane. Foul on Marquardt. That's his first, 7th on the team. So Titus will be shooting 1 and bonus. Senior's first one on the way. Front of the rim. No good. Under 3 minutes to go. Railers up 19. Another bad pass in the backcourt. So the turnover will have Tate inbounding right in front of Coach Alexander. Lobs it, stolen away by Hart. They tried to get it on a back door to Titus. Now ahead to Smith. Smith down the lane will throw it up, count it, and he is fouled, and he'll go to the line. Foul on Tate Sloan, his second, 15 foul. Smith only his 3rd field goal of the night. Free throw good. He has 11. Isaiah to Tate. Tate to Jermaine. Jermaine was going up, and I don't know if Jermaine got poked in the eye or Jermaine was going up, and I think he was going up with some...
it's a little force.
Yeah.
A little hammer time. I think he got wiped right across the bridge of the nose, which that never feels good. And especially when you got to step to the line and your eyes are full of water.
Official goes to check on Jermaine, make sure he's okay. Foul on Smith, his 4th. Jermaine with 4, all those in the 4th quarter. Free throw on the way. Too hard. Railers 1 of 4 from the line here in the 4th quarter. 42-26. Inside, won't go down, but a foul is going to be whistled, and Mount Zion to the line. Isaac Dewberry picks up his first, 7th team foul. Durand a free throw. First one on the way is good. Well, that's one thing Mount Zion's done well tonight. They haven't missed a free throw.
Unfortunately for them, they've only been there 6
six
times.
They're 6 of 6. Jermaine stepped in. Doesn't matter because he made it.
Yeah, watch the press here. Some sort of a full court press, something different. Railers just 14. You know, a lot of time, really. I mean, we sit back and think we've got a big margin here, but it's only if they've cut it here a little bit. The Railers have gone in a scoring drought a little bit. You see Isaac still out there in crunch time. 2 minutes left, up 14. And Coach going with the sophomore.
42-28, under 2 minutes to go. Dewberry, Cannon, Bowers, Hamlin, Sloan trying to run this one out for the Railers. Cannon, near side now to Bowers. Bowers goes by his defender, and a blocking foul is going to be whistled And for Bender, I got him for his 5th. Isaiah with a nice drive going to go baseline. And Bender has fouled out. .139 to go. Bender finished with 11. Isaiah at the line. Free throw on the way is good. Isaiah now with a dozen. Second one good as well. 44-28. Railers back up by 16. Sloan tries to dribble through, or Smith tries to dribble through traffic. They dump it off the glass. Count it. That'll go good for Corbin Bender. Make it 44-30. Minute 20 to go. Bowers into the front court now to Dewberry. Dewberry skips it over to Sloan. Approaching a minute. And then out of bounds, touched by Smith. And minute to go, Railers up 14. I'd like to think I feel a little bit better about this one.
Yeah. As you said earlier, Jeff, it was a heck of a third quarter by the Railers, and really a heck of a start to the fourth as well. Did a good job on defense. Obviously, just giving up 30 points. I think you had noted down here that the Braves come in averaging 58. We didn't quite get to the 68 that they're giving up, but we'll take the 44 as long as it's one more than they are.
Indeed, Railers up by 14. Bowers over to Cannon. And now, unless Mount Zion fouls, I got to think that may be the way this one ends.
Yeah, and they're not really going after it aggressively. I think if they start to run and jump and the Railers get an open lane for a layup, maybe it's something. But coach going to call a timeout, bring in some reserves.
See who's coming in now. We got
like the sophomore team. They didn't get much clock in their game, so they're going to get a chance to play here.
We got Will Ewald, Cameron Whiteman, Noah Funk, Caden Froby, and Drayden Posgay in.
Basically, no, it's not the starters. Dewberry is usually a starter. He's out, but Funk in for him. This would be your sophomore team.
Last 30 seconds in this one.
I'd like to see these guys go after the basket, but Coach Al probably put a stop to that before they went out there.
10 seconds left. Final ones will tick down. And our final score in this one will be Lincoln 44, Mount Zion 30. Railers improved to 7-2 on the season, 4-1 in conference play. Mount Zion 2-5 overall, 1-2 in the conference. Again, our final 44-30. Lincoln gets the win. We'll be back with the Josh Komnick, Grau Incorporated, and Schneider Chiropractic Center postgame show in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Again, the Railers had two in double figures tonight. Isaiah Bowers with 13, Ben Grunder with 10, and Titus Cannon with a nice night. He finished with 9. Joined now by Coach Neil Alexander. Coach, congratulations on the win. And early on in the contest, Josh mentioned that it seemed like Mount Zion was playing defense where they were packing it in. He said it looked a lot like Glenwood. You looked at the scoreboard, it felt the same way for a long time.
Yeah, they done a nice job. They played really hard, and they took a lot of things. And we finally got our guys where we had some spacing the second half, and we were able to dribble, drive, and kick. And Ben hit a couple big ones in the corner, and Titus hit one. I think Tate hit one. We got to the basket. I don't know what we were from the free throw line, but it seemed like we were a little bit better, but still not to where we want to be. But overall, this is a hard place to play, and to come in here and take care of them. And again, the thing that bothers me more than anything is you're up 20. You don't want to. It seems like we try to make it 40 right away instead of gradually keep on continuing to try to build the lead. And we let them score a couple and get back to 14.
Mm-hmm.
So. Those are things that has to get better for us, especially if we're not going to be a good free throw shooting team. You can't let it get to a point to where they foul us to be able to get the ball because we can't make free throws.
Yeah, Coach, defensively you got to be pretty happy, with your effort. Guys were moving. Guys were there on the catch, I thought, for the most part. Mount Zion limited with some guys that can really score the ball, but they do have one, and we were really did a good job on him. He wasn't shooting on the line or even a foot off the line. He was shooting more 2-3 feet off the line, and he's going to make a couple. The shooters are going to make a couple of those, but for the most part, we were there when he had it, and we knew where he was the whole night.
It was unbelievable. I mean, he hit one. It was I don't know what they call it, the spike line on the volleyball court extended. If you drew that around to the half court, it's probably a step on this side of the timeline, and it was just an easy shot for him, and but I thought we done, and we didn't let him get rolling to where he hit 2 or 3 in a row, and he did have some good looks there late in the game, but because we'd pressured him and he
was already frustrated at that point.
He was frustrated.
2 of 10 on the night from 3.
And that's what you got to do with him, and 23, I think Marquardt was their other good shooter. I'm not sure he
didn't
even
make one.
We covered him, and those were the 2 guys that we felt that would give us fits, and we had to take their game away, and we did, and it was I think we guessed pretty good.
Coach, talk about taking the game away. It seemed like that's what Mount Zion did early on, is they were going to do anything they could, one, to say anybody but Isaiah is going to beat us. And then they also, whether it was Colton and then even Tate for a while, they were pulling their defense off. They were, forcing the Railers to do a lot of things that maybe you didn't want to do. And it seemed like it took a while to finally get that figured out when the second half rolled in.
Yeah, and Colton didn't get in the second half, but this may be not a game. And we've got, guys that if they'll understand that they got to be ready to play whenever they're called upon, but there might be a game that's just not their kind of game, and or somebody's just playing a little bit better than what they are. And, that's what you call a team, to where they recognize that and they're supporting their teammates to be able to continue to play. But, we've got people who can go 2-3 or the wing to the back. We got guys that can go from the wing to the point. So we're pretty can move around players and have a lot of different looks. And Isaiah, I thought he had a good basketball game. Scoring's not everything. You got to defend and you got to rebound. And I don't even know what was the rebounding. We're
12-10. We won.
There's only that many rebounds.
Wasn't a lot of shots, Coach. Wasn't a whole lot of shots to be rebounding out there. But, Coach, talk a little bit about your senior. Been not a great first half. Really got us going in the third quarter. Hit 2 in front of us right here, and then he had a nice left-handed off the dribble, couple dribble pull-up, and then you're over by you, Cannon hit a big 3 that really got the Railers going. Then you saw the defense pick up a little more.
Yeah, they stepped up and they hit. They were taking Isaiah away, and we had some good dribble drive, and they really play that pack line really well. We couldn't get to the basket, so that means that you're going to shoot threes, and our guys stepped up and hit them, and it did loosen it up a little bit to where we could get there. So it was a great game for us, a good learning experience. It'll be a great tape to watch, to learn from on what we have to do, because we're definitely going to see a lot of pressure defense here coming up, with the tournament and getting into the first part of the year.
Coach, talk about that. This is the first chance we've had to talk with you since the seeds have come out, since the pairings have come out for Collinsville. The Railers will take on Hazelwood East. It always seems like if Lincoln's first-round opponent is going to be something Missouri.
Well, and I really, we saw them play, and I think they're 7-1, and they're a good basketball team. I don't think we had any favors on the pairings down there, so we're going to have to go to play and play a solid game because they've got some size. They're bulky. They're athletic. They transition very well. They score a lot of points in transition. They got a couple shooters, so they've got a pretty well-rounded basketball team, and it will be a big challenge for us. So we did get a 1 o'clock time on I think the 27th, and it'll be a challenge for us. They did us no favors.
And Coach, of course, before that, a week from tonight, back home at Roy S. Anderson, Charleston comes to town.
Well, that's a team that we haven't seen. We do have some tape on it, but we'll start preparing for them. We have to continue to do our thing and get better and play with a lot of emotion. We played with emotion tonight. It was also, I thought our bench had energy, and if the bench would...
They didn't play much in the first game, Coach, so they had a lot of energy over there. When it's 80-29, they didn't get a whole lot of action. That's why they had energy.
Well, but, that helps out, and, if and that's one thing that I didn't compliment the kids on, but those guys on the bench, that alone is a big plus for us, and it helps our guys on the floor, and that's part of being a team, and hopefully they have fun, and it's fun the right way. So, they will be told about that to where, hopefully they'll continue to do that.
All right, Coach, we'll let you go after this one. The ride back to Lincoln should be a good one. You pick up win number 7, and again, it's a conference win, and it seems like we keep talking about it, but it is important with past years, 18 conference games.
One loss is not good.
Yeah,
and when you're only playing 12 games.
You're 4-1 in conference right now. By next Friday, you'll be halfway through the conference season already.
Before Christmas.
Yeah,
before Christmas. And then look out, because our non-conference schedule is a doozy.
Who scheduled that?
Somebody didn't know much.
All right, Coach, we'll let you go. Congratulations on the win, and we'll see you back home Friday night against Charleston.
Okay, thank you.
Railers get the victory 44-30. We'll be back to wrap it up in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Lincoln Railer Basketball on 96.3 WLCN and WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Grau Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, Headline Salon, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Fifth Street Food Mart, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, The Carpet House, Rickham State Farm Insurance, Lincoln IGA, Lincoln College, Bright Ideas Screen Printing and Embroidery, St. Clair's Manor, Lincoln Park District, Grimaldi Law Office, Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, Stacy's Family Pharmacy, Lincoln Dare, Eaton Corporation, Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Lincoln Printers, Chicago Street Rentals, and by Four Corners Lube.